Welcome to the revolution. The IRS is seeking armed accountants ready to use deadly force. Now, the IRS posted a job posting today, which caused immense backlash from the general public. I wonder why. When you have a bunch of nerds sitting there using Excel spreadsheets all day and now holding AR-15 assault rifles, looking to kill everyday citizens because you you deducted a lunch meeting when, you know, there's a secret agent sitting there with an earpiece and listening, and then all of a sudden pulls a gun on you and shoots you in the head because they know that wasn't the proper deduction. I can imagine the amount of skits that you can make off of this. But there's probably a lot, right? Let's go with, instead of 007, it's going to be, you know, Agent 1099. I don't know. There's so much good material in this. But I'll let the comedians work that out themselves. So this is wild. So I'll read this article a little bit for you. I want to shy away from reading too much because I have some shit to say myself. But this goes on to say that even before Congress and President Joe Biden give the final okay for the IRS to hire 87,000 more agents, and again, that's a good thing, is that this bill still has yet to pass Congress or Joe Biden. So we still have a chance to not, you know, maybe potentially get killed by IRS agents, which would be a positive. But the final okay for the IRS bill to hire 87,000 more agents in the $80 billion package, the tax agency is revealing a priority job category that could get first dibs on the huge budget expansion. On its job page listing of vacancies for special agents at the IRS to be placed around the country to root out financial fraud. But these are opening more than just financial experts. They will also be armed. Among the requirements listed is to carry a firearm and be willing to use deadly force for the IRS, if necessary, it says. When is it necessary for anything to do with financial obligations, filling out tax forms for an IRS agent, Agent 1099, to be carrying any type of weapon and perhaps raiding houses just like the FBI just did to Donald Trump? I can only imagine what they're going to be doing here, but it's quite concerning. And if you don't know, the IRS has been purchasing millions of dollars of ammunition over the last several years. Millions of dollars. Now, I wonder where that money came from. Oh, yeah, the IRS is spending your tax dollars buying ammunition so they can arm themselves to go raid your homes and then kill you as a result of going into your home to figure out how much money you didn't pay them for them to pay themselves to buy more ammunition to kill more Americans. What the fuck kind of weird clown mirror multiverse did I end up in where the IRS is hiring special agents to use deadly force? I don't know. If you've seen the movie, if you haven't seen the movie, I guess it's Everywhere All the Time, something like that, Every Place. I don't know. Probably one of my favorite movies that's come out in the last 5 years. It's like Everywhere All the Time. I don't know, something like that. Go check it out because that movie is incredible. It's actually ironically written by the same people who write the Marvel movies, where the multiverse is such a consistent topic. But it's quite interesting to see how they actually go about the multiverse situation, and to see the sprinkles of the multiverse be like riddled into our entertainment is quite interesting too. It's something I'm interested in researching further and doing a full episode on, because I think the multiverse theory is quite an interesting one. But I definitely made a wrong decision somewhere to end up in the multiverse where all of this wild stuff is happening. And apparently so did you. So I'm sorry that we made these bad decisions together. So the article goes on to say that among the job requirements listed, it is to carry a firearm and be willing to use deadly force if necessary. Special agents who can be placed around the nation and the world have an interesting job, according to the IRS description. They are financial analysts and armed officers ready for a shootout. There was a tweet listed by Ford Fisher, who I believe was the biggest tweet that kind of started this, maybe not the biggest one, but it was a part of it. Getting into something what people found to be interesting enough for it to circulate this way. And it was directly from the IRS website. And it says some of these standards that the individuals have to conform to in order to operate under this, Agent 1099 is to adhere to the highest standards of conduct, especially in maintaining honesty and integrity. Work a minimum of 50 hours a week, which may include irregular hours, and be on call 24/7, including holidays and weekends. Keep in mind, this job is like $55,000 a year to $70,000 potentially. So not only are you overworking, you're underpaid, you're on call like you're a medical surgeon, and you're carrying a firearm willing to use deadly force like you're 007. And then it also says, be willing and able to participate in arrests, execution of search warrants, and other dangerous assignments. Now, he goes on to say that they will combine accounting skills with law enforcement skills to investigate financial crimes. All income earned, both legal and illegal, has the potential of becoming involved in these crimes, which fall within the investigative jurisdictions of the IRS criminal investigation. And this is from their website, which talks about the criminal investigation branch of the IRS. And it says, who are we? The criminal investigation is the law enforcement branch of the IRS. Our mission is to serve the American public. You mean shoot them in their house for forgetting to deduct something properly. Anyways, to serve the American public, asterisk, by investigating potential criminal violations of the Internal Revenue Code and related to financial crimes in a manner that fosters confidence in the tax system and compliance with the law. As a special agent, you will combine your accounting skills with law enforcement skills to investigate financial crimes. Special agents are duly sworn law enforcement officers who are trained to follow the money. Ooh, cool statement, IRS. No matter what the source. All income earned, both legal and illegal, has the potential of becoming involved in these crimes within the investigative services. He goes on to tweet that while the newly hired feds are required to carry a firearm and be willing to use deadly force, the government adds the criminal investigation special agents are a part of a diverse workforce that mirrors the tax-paying public we serve. Interesting. And also, here's a interesting article which backs up my former claim about all of the ammunition they've been buying. Between March 1st and June 1st, 2021, the criminal division of the IRS has ordered $696,000 in ammunition. And the IRS told Verify in an email. In 2018, the report, the IRS showed it to generally spend $675,000 on ammunition a year in the previous 7 years. So in a single year, they spend as much as they did in 7 years. So, what? How crazy is that? And if you don't know, like, the cost of ammunition, it's about, depending on what you're shooting, is about, I don't know, when I last bought ammunition was about I never buy ammunition. But last time I didn't buy ammunition, it was about $1 a round for like 5.56, a little bit more for blackout rounds, 9mm. I mean, it all falls generally around that. 9mm could be a little bit more expensive. So if you take that, obviously they're buying it in bulk. Pretty big bulk. That $675,000 or $700,000 in a year amounts to about, just let's go easy dummy math, about $700,000 worth of rounds. More because they're buying it in bulk. What in the hell is the IRS doing with $700,000 or 700,000 rounds of ammunition? What? What in the world could they be? What type of operations is the IRS conducting? Or are they just stockpiling this so when Bidenflation continues to occur, that eventually they can come after everyday citizens who disagree with them, audit them, kick down their door, and if you don't comply with them and fill out your tax forms properly, they're going to shoot you in the head. And that article about that came from verifythis.com. Sounds super legitimate. It's like one of those fact-checking websites, maybe. I don't know. So pretty wild, the fact that the IRS is looking to hire special agents to conduct raids on everyday citizens. We'll see where it goes from here. But I think I legitimately think this stuff's about to get pretty wild over the next, I don't know, 5 to 7 years or so.
Do you think it's going to be popular when the 87,000 new employees hired by the IRS go around and start auditing people to pay for the Inflation Reduction Act?
So it's very clear, the IRS commissioner was very clear on this. He said that on the record, that it will only apply to those earning over $400,000. The commissioner said, and I quote, "These resources are absolutely not about increasing audit scrutiny on small businesses or middle income Americans, as we have been planning our investment of these enforcement resources is designed around Treasury directive that audit rates will not rise relative to recent years for households making under $400,000. So
no
this is focus on those who are corporate wealthy tax cheats that congressional Republicans wanted to defend. That's who they wanted to defend. They wanted to defend those corporate tax cheats. This is not about that. This is not about folks who make less than $400,000.
So no new audits on anybody making under $400,000
No.
a year?
Very clear. No.
She failed to mention the part where they were literally arming these IRS agents and giving them the use of the license to kill of 007.